Next up here, we have Call of Duty Vanguard plus the demo. I'm not even going to call it a beta because, let's be frank, it's a demo. That's what it is. It's a freaking demo. The game's done. Come on, Call of Duty, shut up. Anyways, so just to give you guys a few details as far as how this demo or when it goes live. So I got some details here. So it's actually split over the course of 2 weekends. All right. Now, the first weekend is from September 10th to September 13th. So if you're hearing this, you're already too late. That was literally this past weekend that just passed from when this goes live. All right. Weekend 2. Oh, by the way, in that weekend, which is the like I said last weekend, that is for PlayStation exclusive early access. So you have to pre-order on PlayStation. And if I'm not mistaken, you may even have to pre-order it digitally. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that part.
Ooh.
That's what it is. It is what it is. Now, weekend 2 kicks off on September.
It pisses me off. Sorry.
Whoa. Oh my God. Weekend 2, a little different. It's a little crazier. It's a little all over the place. So stick with me for this one. Weekend 2 starts on September 16th till September 17th. That's the kickoff. That is a Thursday to Friday is what that is. That is going to be open beta for all PlayStation exclusive users. So open beta for just PlayStation users. And that'll be technically Xbox and Battle.net PC players. That's for them. They're pre-order or essentially early access. Then once that's Thursday, Friday. Then that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because it goes from the September 18th to the 20th. That'll be open for then everyone. Everyone's welcome. Nobody gets left behind. Interesting dates, Chris. What do you think?
That is the most cockamamie.
Isn't it?
I cussed.
No, yeah, that's right. I'm glad you mentioned it because I totally forgot. I didn't realize. I'm like, that's just normal Chris language.
While you're doing that, whoa, a little bit. Anyway, I'm a little hot right now, but
tongue.
I just what the hell did you have?
That's a tropical Tic Tacs, is what that's from. Don't judge me, and go on.
Oh my God. Anyway, it's just I guess we're just gonna roll over this Tic Tac fiasco. Anyway, so this is the most convoluted BS from Activision you could possibly get. Like, it shouldn't be this many days. Like, what about the average gamer who just pre-ordered the games? Like, well, I'll get it to, when do I get it? Thursday and Friday? No. You don't get it this week. You get it next week. And then oh, but I got it on the Xbox. I paid money. Like, well, they sent it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in this day and age, it really sour when you see such, like, exclusivity. I can't say the word right now.
Exclusively? Or exclusivity is what you're looking for.
That's what the word I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not gonna try it.
Okay. they get it.
Said it hard when you said it.
You all get it. Exclusivity.
But like when it's so deliberate, this kind of reminds me of with Marvel's Avengers, the video game, how they like PlayStation has Spider-Man, and Xbox and everybody else doesn't. And it's just like, oh man, we get it we get the game, but like nowadays with crossplay, it's felt a lot more right now, and it kind of sucks being on this side of the fence. But like, it is the game, but it still sucks.
So I agree. I think it does suck when you look at it as a whole. All right. Part of me is also of the mind that, hey, this has been going on for years. We know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. This hasn't changed. But I get what you're saying. Yes, it still sucks, especially if you're one of the people who actually pre-ordered it on a different console or a different platform that's not PlayStation. That sucks, I think, mostly for you, because if you're waiting for the open beta like me, like, you could probably care less, because you're probably like, I'm just waiting for the one date that technically everyone is quote unquote waiting for. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the open beta. Well, I guess technically not, because since I'm a PlayStation user, I guess I technically do get it earlier. I get it on the same day that Xbox Battle.net gets their opening, their private beta. So yeah, yes,
it's not private then.
Yeah, it's not necessarily private or closed beta. I don't know what you want to call it. Like I said, it does suck. It's nothing new. to me personally, I don't care, but I could understand if someone did care. I completely understand. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with you if this is something that you're pissed off about. So, it is what it is. You have anything else to say about that? Yeah.
Well, not about that, but I want to move into the gameplay mechanics that were
Same.
introduced into this game.
Right.
I really want to know what you think about mostly like I don't know. They said this special like action sprint. What is it called?
I don't know what it's called, but I know
what dynamic sprint or something dumb.
Right. It's stupid.
It makes you be able to run through walls. Honestly, I just think of a Call of Duty guy just like
yeah, you just like, and I've seen it in action. It looks cool when you're doing it. Like I was watching a Twitch streamer who just ran into a wall and just instantly just got a quick kill, and I thought it was it was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that's cool, but once that wall is broken, you can't break it again, right? I mean, but it is what it is. My biggest, or I'm sorry, do you have another question?
No, keep it going.
My biggest thing, because like this is technically running off of the Modern Warfare engine, so it's very, very, very Modern Warfare, which I know that's appealing to a lot of people. Not myself. I'm not one of those people. Even from the lobby system, you could see, wow, that's very Modern Warfare. It looks like they did little to nothing to change it, and I guess that's fine. The one thing that did change, though, that kind of has my interest, is the audio. They said overall the audio is kind of low, and even though that's not, I mean, some people were complaining about that. The biggest thing they're saying, in particular, though, the footsteps are low, and I'm okay with that, only because that was my biggest problem with Modern Warfare, was the footsteps. I think they were loud. You could hear people's footsteps from while you're indoors inside of a building. You could hear their footsteps from outside, that are running outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, it's like that really used to annoy me. So the fact that the audio's lower, I think they're gonna tweak that, and I think they're gonna increase that, because I'm sure they're gonna get a lot of backlash for it. For people who are into slide canceling, it seems like they're putting I don't want to say an ultimate stop for slide canceling. For those who don't know, for slide canceling, it's like double tapping crouch while you're in the middle of running and then pressing the jump button, and you pop up and aim on somebody really quickly. You used to be able to do it like almost like no problem, like instantly. You know what I'm saying? Now it seems like there's a little bit of delay where you can do like once, you can't do it like immediately right after. You can't like keep snapping. So by my understanding, they're putting in some kind of limitation to try to help out some of the newer people, or the I guess the casual audience, if you will. So I think that's cool, because I never used to slide cancel. I'll be honest with you. Like I never really cared for it. I'm gonna play Call of Duty how I want to play Call of Duty. That's really what it came down to. One thing that people are probably complaining about is there's the attachments. I don't know if they're complaining about it. I don't think they are, but because it's World War II, right? But you could put for starters, I saw somebody where they could put up to 10 attachments on one gun. 10 attachments.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
no, I gotcha.
All right, I didn't know 10 attachments on one gun. That's insane.
Yeah, you could put like up
to... Is that including perks or no perks?
No, that's no perks. Or I don't know if it's with perks or not. All I know is you can do up to 10 attachments. Maybe it's got to be with no perks. I imagine you got to get rid of your perks or something for it. But
how?
Yeah, it's wild. Apparently, this is supposed to be like one of the most highly customizable. Like when it comes to the gunsmith, the guns and stuff, this is supposed to be like one of the most customizable Call of Duties that you could ever find. And because like if you look at the attachments, a lot of the attachments are even like modern day attachments, so they don't even go with the gun. Like you could tell they're just like, oh, whatever, what history tells you about World War II, forget it. Don't worry about it. This is a game, and I'm okay with it. I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm all for that. Like,
because I know on TikTok it got heat because like during the trailer you can see a red dot scope and people were like, "What is happening?"
You can get a red dot.
You're okay with that?
Yes, I'm 100% okay with that, because I don't care about the old school stuff. I don't care about the like. First of all, we're in World War II. World War II games, I don't like them. They've been done so many times. I don't care. I don't want the World War II stuff.
This is what I ultimately want to get to. After this, I have one more question.
Yeah, please.
Are people our age done with World War II, or is this new generation of gamer Can they get some World War II things? Because I feel like it's newer to the younger crowd, like people who are just like in the teens, the early 20s.
Hmm.
Like they weren't saturated with World War II games like we were when we were on the come up.
Right.
So do you feel like has there been enough time where World War II games are cool again, or like is it just more of the same? Are they just in the same boat?
I mean, you could be onto something, and like part of me, and maybe that's why they feel they need to put these attachments on these like older guns, so that way they could try to capture, like, make both audiences happy, right? And yeah, you could be right. Maybe you are right. Like I said, World War II, I don't care about. Modern Warfare, I didn't really care about neither. So the fact that you're telling me we're playing a Modern Warfare engine on a World War II game, it's just telling me you're not speaking my language whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe there is a younger crowd who enjoys it. See, me personally, I think the younger crowd really like Modern Warfare itself over probably any of the newer Call of Duties. And I'm talking about Black Ops Cold War. I'm talking about this World War II. I think that's what they want more than anything, to be honest. In that younger generation, I think that's what they're craving for.
Do you watch the actual showcase?
I watched a little bit of it. It was very jarring.
Okay. The thing, my main takeaway from the actual showcase is they wanted to show you that they at working at Raven Studios, because they were barely saying they were saying Raven Studios,
Yeah.
and they wanted to show like every woman, every minority they had on stage, and just was driving it home that like, hey, we're here for everyone. I felt like it was being bombarded with PR talk
Oh yeah.
during this. I felt like it was like, oh my god, it's so heavy-handed, and I feel like no one's talking about it.
I honestly, like I said, that it was very jarring to me. I could care less. I was skipping most of it because they were talking about like all the stuff. They were, oh, we're putting in this, we're putting in that. I'm like, dude, this is literally the same. There's nothing different. Like, there's maybe a few changes here and there, but nothing that's gonna like set the world on fire in terms of from the Call of Duty standpoint, right? Like, and yeah, like you said, there was a bunch of. It was very. I guess it was very jarring. Hell, there was this one lady on there. She spoke English, but you could tell it was like her second language. So she's like, "Oh, we're really focusing on." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did she what? They didn't bleep that out." She's like, "Yeah, we're really focusing on this." I'm like, "Focusing? What are we talking about?" Like, so
Focusing.
yeah, I'll be focusing all day. Anyway, but
What do you feel about the blind fire?
I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's honestly, it reminds me a lot of the lean. I don't know if you remember the lean mechanic in Call of Duty. Didn't do anything. Nobody cared about it. Nobody used it. And in competitive, it wasn't even allowed. So so I think this will be the same thing. I don't see this really going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? One change though that I really want to talk about is that and this one really struck a nerve with me. Is that because Modern Warfare tried this and they got backlash for it, and now they're trying it again with this game. And that thing is that so you have a radar, right? When someone shoots, so let's say you're playing your game, right? Someone shoots. Normally, you'll see the red little blip on the radar, right? In order to use that, you have to have it's a perk number 2 to be specific. Now you have the compass as well, like right at the top middle. The compass will show you where it's shooting from, as you're turning around. But the radar, you have to add the perk called the radar perk in order to see red little blips to show on your radar. That right there, I was just like, wait, you gotta be kidding me. Like, are you serious? Like, come on. Yeah. That
I am. What? Is this confirmed?
Oh yeah, no, that was in, like, I've seen people watching it, like, they'll level up and like, oh, I finally unlocked radar. Like, that's what everybody's been trying to get, because it's like you kind of have to have it. Like, if you're a traditional Call of Duty player especially, you kind of, like, I personally don't feel like playing without it. I can't play without it. Like, it's such a staple. Like, I get it or from competitive or hardcore, whatever you want to call it. And I get, like for example, I look at Halo and I'm just like, well, competitive didn't have radar, but that was the thing. Like, that was the point of it. Like, Call of Duty, that's technically Call of Duty thing. Like, that radar kind of, You know what I'm saying? Like it's more than just showing where somebody's position is at. It's like showing where they're shooting from. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different in Call of Duty, in my opinion. You know?
Dang, that's kind of nuts, and it locks like kind of. If you're playing like, I would assume the casual. I don't want to say casual when it comes to Call of Duty, like but I'm saying the average player. That's what the word I'm looking for. The average player, probably used to playing it, so it kind of perma locks their perk too.
Yeah, technically, absolutely.
It makes everything in the perk 2 slot kind of useless.
Right. Like, I don't care what perk 2 has. Like, I would have to use the radar myself.
Or the basic in-game mechanic that you've been conditioned for like well over 20 years to play.
Right.
Wow.
Like, you can get rid of that compass. I could give I could care less about the compass.
You get 2 flips.
Yeah, 2 flips. There you go. I can give 2 flips about the compass, but the radar, like, they took that out. Like I said, Modern Warfare tried that, and then they got a lot of backlash, so they had to change it back. So they did try it initially, and I remember that was one of my biggest complaints. It was that and the audio of the footsteps. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, Modern Warfare, the attachments thing, I thought that was really cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought the like even the maps from what a little bit that I've seen, I thought even that was pretty cool. Like you said, rushing to the wall, that sort of thing, that's all cool and all. But then they add this radar thing, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then I hear that's based off the Modern Warfare engine. I'm just like, it's like for every one good thing, there's like two bad things to supersede it. You know?
The Liquid.
Yeah.
You buying it? A1?
So far, no. That's where I'm at right now. I do want to try it, though. I will give this open beta, or at least at the time of this recording, the next week's open beta, when it finally comes to PlayStation. I'll give it a chance. I'll try to post it on the channel. I don't see there being a problem with me posting it. Go ahead.
Is there crossplay for the beta?
The crossplay will only be on next week. So once it's open for PlayStation users, it'll be open for PlayStation users, and then the pre-order for those who pre-ordered on Xbox and Battle.net can also play with the PlayStation users that are technically open beta. Okay.
Because I'm like, I want to get on the sticks and at least tool around. I do like the World War II aesthetic.
Okay. September 18th would be the day that we can all crossplay without having to pre-order the game.